So, welcome to Chargeheads. I had a few comments around what's behind me, the IDBUZZ, to take for a spin. Now, I don't normally do normal cars. This is a little bit different, so I thought I'd give it a whirl. Not going to specs and stuff like that, because there's loads of videos out there if you want that, but just to give you an opinion, really. Maybe seats under there. So it's a pretty comfy, spacious place to be, I guess. Legroom's fine, headroom's fine. So excuse my bag. So this is the style interior. Really comfy seats. This has got the memory seats. I'll come up with the spec when I get back. Yeah, really comfy. Seats are great. I mean, this looks quite cool. The old drinks holder. Look at that, nice and tidy. I mean, it's what you'd expect. But one thing that I'm not sure about is the fact that the dash just goes right down. If you see, when you're sat here, it kind of falls away. It looks just a bit. It's just a little bit weird. I'm not really used to it, and I've driven transporters before, and my Alphard goes down, but it's there, and then it suddenly goes down. Perfect for the sun. Just to stick it down there. It's not a white van man vehicle, but yeah, I'm not into the hectic controls. Never have been. Don't like it. There we go. Electric tailgate. Ooh, lots of space. Guessing you can take these bits out because there's quite a look at drawers for extra cables, etc. Nets. Yeah, that goes right back. So yeah, that can be taken out. It's actually a decent loading bay. I mean, from a family car point of view. 12-volt connection there. Be good to have a USB, I suppose. Oh, tow bar. Now, I'm not going to press that. From experience, it will just shatter my shin. But yeah, no, again, loads of space. Very nice. Right, it's a cold day. It's 5 degrees. And this car's done 1,600 miles, it's 100% battery, 189 miles. We literally just unplugged it from the charger, and I'll just take it literally just down the road. So I've had an initial quick drive of it, and you know, it feels really nice so far. I haven't got much time, so I'm literally just going to take up the road and just give you a bit of feedback as we go, basically. Into D. Now on this car, and on all, certainly the ID3, ID4 I believe as well, it's D or B. B stands for the regenerative braking. So we're currently at Northampton Football Club, which is the Cobblers. Are they a load of? Many years ago actually, I came here for giving man of the match to a player through work. And this is one of the reasons why I'm driving this today, which is very kind of Northampton Volkswagen Van Centre to let me take it up the road. Which is the company I currently work for only 10 more days. And I'm in the charging world working for Vital EV. But here we come. It's got a duck because we're going under a height restriction. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and find a dual carriageway to stretch its legs a bit. Now, what I know so far about the IDBUZZ is they do the cargo version, which is the van essentially. They also do the style, which is the one that we're in now, which is the pretty one, although this one is a little bit dirty. They didn't know I was going to take it for a spin. It was literally lastminute.com. It's my style. They do another version as well. I think it's called the Life, but I'll write it down at the bottom of the screen. What I know about this vehicle is it's not cheap. I'll put the price of this specific vehicle up on the screen and the basic price, just so I've got the exact numbers for you, rather than just guessing. I know it's not the most efficient. I mean, it's, in terms of efficiency, it's very similar to an Audi e-tron 50/55, not the Q4. So, I mean, it is a big square bus essentially, so it's never going to be the most fuel efficient. What worries me is because of what's happening in China. Oh, outside temperature 4 degrees. It's going down. so's the range. What worries me is the Chinese are going to come up with a copycat car which is going to look just as funky. Yes, there's going to be some... Is brand snob's the right word? We'll just use it for now. Can anyone think of a better word? I can't. VW's a massive cult thing. You know, I only live just down the road from Santa Pod, and you got Bug Jam there, massive VW show, and you know, VW life, VAG life. It's a big thing. It's a culture, it's a community. So, you know, they've sold bucket loads already. I'm sure they'll continue to sell loads. But what would worry me as an owner of one of these cars, other than the fact that Tesla's just slashed their prices, is that the fact that a Chinese company, whether it's BYD, I doubt NIO, but one of them is going to come up with a van which literally, as the MG4 has done to the ID3, pretty much the same car but 10 grand less. Yes, there's some, you know, quality differences, but is it 10 grand less? What worries me is the fact that they're going to come up with something which is going to be a lot less expensive, probably better. Germany and a lot of the legacy manufacturers are lagging behind, and Korea, China and Tesla are ahead. You know, their tech, VW, ID3s and a lot of the VAG stuff has been absolutely slated recently because their tech, it's a little bit glitchy, to say the least. It's comfy, it's quiet, it's quite wide actually. When I go to put my elbow there, I nearly missed. Hang on a minute. I mean, I don't know if this is the average. I should have tried to reset it, but it says 1.8 miles per kilowatt. I think that's on the journey, start of the journey. Although I did kind of put my foot down early doors. So yeah, brand new Shell garage, not an EV charger inside. So I put my foot down from 40, go. I mean, it's going 60 and 70. Okay, well, you know, it went all right. The regen is not too kind of aggressive. Just take it out of regen, put it to D. But it doesn't feel big to drive, but bear in mind I do drive a Toyota Alpha. It feels light to drive. There's probably quite a few options around stiffening up the steering, etc. It's fine. It should be fine. It's not cheap, you know. It's kind of what I expected. It's not really. Has it got any character? No, not really. I mean, it looks nice. Having spoken to Tom at Northampton Van Centre, he said as soon as he was driving this, the amount of people that come up to him, it's one of those, it's such an iconic car. And those that are new to the channel, please go back and watch an older video of me driving a T1 VW conversion, or the Marmite truck, which has been done by Electrogenic, because that's the only electric VW transporter that I've driven. It's a beautiful design car. It feels well put together. The ride is really good. I'll put the size of the wheels of the Style at the bottom, but I would guess that they're 20s as a minimum. But see, I mean, we're on a fairly fresh road, but it's very comfortable. There we go. Ooh. So I put my foot down there, and it definitely had the get up and go. You know, it probably won't have the get up and go compared to like a 170 brake diesel auto transporter. However, it won't be clattering away, making a dirty mess out the back, and costing you a fortune to run in tax, servicing and all the other wonderful things. So plus, you know, if you're dropping your kids off, you're not stinking out all the other kids. Now, also I'm rambling on about environmental things again and clean air, apologies. Lucky we got it on such a beautiful day. So that was a bit of a hole in the road there, and hardly felt it, but I haven't really got a bad word to say about it, to be honest. I would rather people buy this car than a diesel one. Of course I would. Is it value for money? It depends on what you want. You know, if you want a well put together vehicle, if you're not too worried about the glitchy tech, if it's style and substance you want, the IDBUZZ has definitely got it. Is there anything that compares to this at the moment? I don't think there is, but I would worry that if this was on the motorway and I'll check the battery size, but I would worry in the winter on the motorway that this will not do more than 150 miles, which, let's be honest, in a multi-use vehicle like this, will people be doing more than 150 miles? Yes, I think they will be. Yes, it's got fast charging, because this is very important, and a lot of people do forget to, or don't even know, to check to see how fast cars like this can charge, because it's really going to be a big factor when you are fast charging, when you are going, you know, further than 150 miles. I mean, in the summer, you know, if you're driving behind a lorry, you know, 56 miles an hour, you could well get to 200, but I wouldn't guarantee it. It's just, it is easy to drive. It is no fuss. What would worry me is the efficiency. I mean, I've not been tanking it, and I'm getting 1.7 miles per kilowatt. 1.7. That's not great. 1.7, wow. I mean, I'm pretty sure the Tesla Semi, the Tesla lorry, is quoted to do that. This is what worries me about the VAG stuff, like Audi e-trons, that sort of thing, is they're not very efficient, and essentially electric price doesn't feel like it's coming down anytime soon. It might even be going up. So other than the fact that you've got a very stylish, quiet, good for the environment car, and there's going to be some people out there that are more than happy to pay the money and be kind of leading the field in this sort of technology, but is it value? Is it going to catch on as quickly? I think the power of the brand is going to work for this vehicle. It already is, and the cult following. It's not value, and from efficiency, what I can see, and I've not been tanking it. 1.7, that is poor. 1.7 miles per kilowatt. Here we go, back to Northampton Fan Centre. So hopefully that's given some people a bit of an insight. It is really nice. I think if I had the money and I needed a van like this, I would probably buy it. But what I would be very careful of is, as soon as a brand, a Chinese brand I think it's going to be, come up with something, I would sell this immediately before they drop like a stone and order the Chinese one, because I like value. I like value. I'm doing a TVR EV conversion, but it's completely different. Love you now. Okay, how easy is it to park? Tim, what did you do just before you left Vindis Group? I kind of scraped up their only demo. In fact, they don't own the demos. VW own them, and that will stop people selling them and retailing for more, because a lot of dealers out there do that, and a lot of private people buy cars and do it anyway. I'm sure people have done that already. So there we go. Parking wasn't too bad, although I'm not very straight. I think I better keep going. There we go, and we have arrived. So overall, very good. Bit of a weird kind of summary and episode, but I hope you found some benefit from watching this. So that's 1,616 miles, 94%, 175 miles. So yeah, I mean, efficiency worries me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next episode.